All right, guys, this show is sponsored by Seed. It's that time of the year, man. I've been working out more, trying to get myself in shade, even using sunscreen. I'll admit it, got to start using that. So, whether you're off to the pool, going hiking, or traveling this summer, you're bringing your microbiome with you, too. Keep that in mind. It's the 38 trillion bacteria that live in and on you, especially your gut, are essential to whole body health. This is good bacteria, as they say. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, your skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day. I tried this stuff, man. It actually feels good. I feel like I'm glowing off of this. They sent me some of it, man. So if you really you want to take care of your gut, which is really the center of everything else, you might want to give this stuff a try. Have you tried it, Sebastian?
I've tried it. What I've noticed is, and I'm always trying to improve this, and a lot of people don't even think about it, my nail health. If you look at your nails, right, sometimes they might be growing or not growing or what have you. I noticed by taking Seed, bro, fucking nails.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's improved not only the strength of my nails, sometimes when you cut your nails, bro, and I don't know if this is a side effect from this stuff or what, but my nails aren't brittle anymore. They're strong.
Oh.
And they got some substance to them.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
See, there you go, man.
Support. No, listen, Pete. You got to support your gut this summer with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/thecast. Use the code 25thecast to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/thecast. Code 25thecast. I don't know if the nails are from Seed, but if they are, thank you, Seed, for healthy nail beds.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
What's up, everybody? This is the Pete and Sebastian Show. Lots to get into today. Don't know where this is going to take us, but it's good to be back in the seat again. This is a continuation of the last episode, and let's hit it.
Let's do it, man.
I'm at dinner the other day. I want to get your take on this.
Yeah.
This is a California thing, and this is another reason why California is on his last leg with me. By the way, I don't know if you heard about the fires out here. Right?
No, not really. Are they getting bad?
They had 2 fires. One was actually right here at the Hollywood Bowl. The other one was in some city. And with the amount of rain that we've had over the last 2 years, are we still susceptible to having brush fires, given the fact that the ground and the shit is maybe still... I got firewood that I still can't light a fire with because it's too damp. And you're telling me the whole state's in flames?
Oh, my God.
Have you ever tried to light wood on fire? Have you ever tried this?
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Like, it'll smoke, but it won't go.
Yeah. So how does these fires all of a sudden, they went up like a... I can't get my pizza oven wood to start burning properly for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And there's a full-blown 15,000 acre fire down the street from me.
Oh, shit. It's all that brush. It's all that kindling. And then, let's say, I'll try to light a log and it's, wet. My neighbor's got logs. He goes, if you ever want a log, just grab one over my fence. So I went to light one the other day and it was wet, right? I just couldn't get it going. So I literally put a glove on it, took it out of the fire because it was just smoking. Then I put some other smaller dry logs in there. And once my flame was burning with a lot of coals, I threw that wet log back in and it just sizzled and went up because the shit was just too hot. I think that's what happens with those fires in LA. They just get so hot that it don't matter how wet shit is. We're coming, baby. And there ain't, well, I don't want to say this, bro, but you know how it is. You gotta, I mean, what's going on with these fires? Why don't they just soak the ground before, like every day, just drop water every day?
Soak anything. They can't even fix the roads out here, let alone drop of water on brush.
So you're out to dinner.
I'm at a restaurant, and nice dinner. I get the bill. It says service charge. Then below the service charge, it was $98. Below it says tip. So I call the guy over. I go, "What is the service charge for?" He's like, "A higher wage for us, health insurance, and a portion of the service charge goes to our tip." And I asked the guy point blank, I go, "Well, what the fuck is the food for? Like, what am I paying? Why am I paying for the expenses of the restaurant?" I mean, I'm surprised they just didn't have aprons, knives on there. Like, what's the owner paying for? Isn't he responsible for a higher wage, health insurance?
Right.
What is this?
Yeah. Well, because then the food would be twice as expensive, and then you wouldn't even come in. So that's how I feel it is. They just try to make it seem like it's cheaper than it is. Then you come in, you get jacked with all that shit.
Just bake it into the price, man. Instead of charging a bottle of water for $6, you charge it $7. Instead of spaghetti being $20, you charge $22. I mean, the movement isn't that drastic where you can make up the cost if you fix it into the price. But don't nickel and dime me, bro, for ticky tack expenses. You know what they're doing now? I don't even know if we brought this up. What's your take on this? I had a guy come. He's a chef. He came for a barbecue. Charging me is $53 for Uber to get to the house.
Yeah.
Gas money they're charging? Gas money? It's unheard of, bro.
I can't imagine ever having a job in my life. Like, I used to work front desk at a hotel, to just come in and go, "Yeah, I was running late, so I took a cab. Here's a receipt." They'd be like, "Shit." Yeah, so are you serious about getting out of there?
And where are we going to go? I mean,
what do you mean where you're going to go? It's a huge country. Montana, Texas, Wyoming, Vermont, Maine. It goes on and on, bro.
Tuscany,
yeah, come on. You could buy a whole village in Italy to yourself. The whole village. They're paying people to come to some of these little villages.
I'd go to Italy. They got no internet, bro. I don't know what's going on with internet in Italy, but every time I'm on vacation there, you can't pick up good Wi-Fi. And you know, you do. You do. It's 2024, bro. And I'm walking around Rome looking for reception on the Wi-Fi. That's why. Listen, I think Italy's banking too much on their history. And we're going to get into this in a big way right now. And I'm surprised we didn't even start the cast with this. Yeah, Why were we excluded from the Pope meeting? For those of you who don't know, the Pope met 100 comedians from around the world at the Vatican. And I saw this on a news blip, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's this? Let me tell you who was there. Gaffigan, Chris Rock, Colbert, Conan O'Brien, Whoopi Goldberg, Mike Birbiglia, Ramzi Youssef, Sarah Silverman, I think, was there, and that's all I know off the top of my head. I ain't hating on the people that were there, but I'm a little, bro, I'm a little offended. The fact that I'm Italian, right? And this thing's in Rome, and as much as we talk about the Pope on the show, I'm surprised it wasn't leaked into his ear that, hey, if you're going to have these comedians, you got to have these two guys. They've been talking about you for the last 12 years. What's your take on us being left off the Pope meeting?
Well, I especially on top of that, where you're at, just even you, I'm a little surprised. I was saying it last night to Cans. I think there's a good chance we'll be getting something from the Pope in the next few months saying, and want you to include you with all them fucking people. He'll set up a separate thing for you guys. Come on, visit. It's the only thing that makes sense. But I got to say, and this pains me to say this, when I saw that, and then and I know we're not saying anything about the comedians, and of course we're not bashing them, but, Sarah Silverman, wonderful lady and funny comedian, but she's Jewish. She's not even Catholic. I mean, what are we doing? We're not even staying within the religion? It would be like, if I got a chance to meet the Dalai Lama, I'd bow out to somebody who's Indian. What?
She wasn't on the list.
She wasn't on the list. Okay. Well,
no.
But I think some of those guys are Jewish anyway. So I think it went beyond your religion. So, right?
I mean, is this the list?
Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jim Gaffigan, Whoopi Goldberg, James Martin, Tig Notaro, Chris Rock, and Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Man, lucky guy. Lucky people, man. Lucky people.
So,
I don't like the Pope now. I don't like him after that, though. The fact that I wasn't invited, I don't like. I've had a few problems with this Pope, and this was like final straw. So,
bro, I'll go a step further. I got a problem with the whole religion now.
Oh my God, it's dying on the vine, bro. Dying on the vine. I mean, we got one church now left. All of them just closed down. Jackie goes, it's crowded today. I go, our house would be crowded if you put the whole fucking town in it. There's nobody's going anymore. But yeah, there's a lot of problems going on with it, man. Nobody believes anymore, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Listen, I think the membership is definitely down. Could we bring up a video of the comedians meeting the Pope? And I know Gaffigan, and I could ask him this. But what I was a little taken aback by, and I know the Pope was doing a meet and greet, and I know how those things go, but I think the comedians thought there was a possibility of like chatting it up with the Pope and maybe telling him a couple zingers. But this Pope didn't want anything. It was just like a shaking the hands. It was like a cattle line. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Man, he was this. What we got?
Well, it was brief. He spoke. It's in Italian, so I'm not quite sure what was said. He might have just angrily chided me. I don't know, but he spoke to us, and then all the comedians and everyone in the room. It might have been 200 people lined up, and you get a quick handshake. So I can't say. I don't want to mislead you. I did not sit down and have a long, deep conversation with the Pope, but.
Okay. Clip it off. So listen. This show is sponsored by Seed. Now, for the summer, I'm definitely trying to get in shape because I really haven't taken my shirt off comfortably in public in about 12 years. All right? So with Seed, with the working out, with the eating healthy, with the sunscreen, and Pete, I agree with you. We've talked about sunscreen a lot on the cast. Lana's always chewing my ear. Put the sunscreen on. It's going to protect you. Me being Italian, I feel like I have natural sunscreen built into the skin. But let me tell you, you don't. Especially at 50, the sunscreen is critical. Now, if you're at the pool or you're hiking, you're traveling this summer, you're bringing your microbiome with you. Yeah. 38 trillion bacteria that live in and on you, especially your gut, are essential to whole body health. Now, Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, your skin, your heart health, in just 2 capsules a day. How about you, Pete? What's your feeling on the Seed?
I've tried it. I feel a little more alert. I feel a little more like, I don't know. It says it starts in the gut and it works its way out. And listen, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm feeling like I get a little bit better breath. You got a clean gut. it gives you better breath. So your gut is central hub, as I said, for various pathways through the body. And a healthy gut microbiome means benefits for digestion. As I said, I was right. Skin health, heart health, your immune system, and much more. Seed's patented capsule and capsule design means all 24 strains of bacteria survive the journey from shipping to your door through digestion without synthetic or chemical coatings, man. No refrigerated needed. On top of it, no refrigeration is needed. So support your gut this summer with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/thecast and use the code 25thecast. That's all one word, number 25thecast, to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/thecast. Code 25thecast.
My question to you is, if the Pope invites you and 200 comedians to come and see him, is this we're sending you a first class ticket on the Vatican, or you got to get your own way there? What you take?
Not only do you have to get your own way, I wouldn't be surprised if they suggest a little donation when you get there. On top of that, it's like Jackie runs these marathons. And like the one in London, to run the London Marathon, the only way you can get in if you're not from England is by giving to a charity in London, in England, a minimum of $2,000. So you're basically paying to get in the marathon. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, hey, the Pope will see you if you can get there by 9 a.m. However, you got to get there. And, you don't bring a gift for the Pope or anything like that, but something to a charity would be nice. Here are a few suggestions of our charities. I wouldn't put it by, bro, this guy's only the Pope because the other Pope retired. And by the way, if I got invited to meet the Pope and on the same day I got invited to meet Tom Cruise, I'm meeting Tommy C. I'm telling you, man, I might be Scientologist the last 10 years of my life, and I know Leah Remini's going to hate hearing that, but yeah, is you to me?
Well, I just see Jim Gaffigan. I mean, he is probably one step away from being a priest. How religious this guy is. I think he's goes to church regularly, and oh
yeah, well he's nice. You are too, but he's nice and clean, and like I could see him like in that comedy.
No, we had to get ourselves there.
Oh, you asked Gaffigan?
Yeah. If I'm Pope, and I'm like, get the comedians in there to meet me. Put them up at the Four Seasons. Bring tell the Vatican plane to go get them. Isn't that the class move on the Pope? Paying your own way.
Well, that's money you're taking away that could go to poor people or other people that we need to donate that money to help.
Wait, come
remember,
on, man.
What?
Come on. You see the Vatican? What it looks like? They should sell that.
Beautiful
to feed the poor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That Vatican don't dust itself. We can't fly Conan O'Brien in when Conan O'Brien can fly himself in with no problem. And why would we fly any of these people in? They're already coming on their own. We don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Do you even ask if you get an invite from the Pope on the phone call? Do you go airfare included? Do you even ask?
Do you even ask? Well, you ask your manager to ask, right? You go find out if the Vatican's covering my flight. No.
Do you think that gets back to the Pope if the manager did ask and the Pope's right hand goes, just so you know, Pete Correale's manager asked if there was airfare included. Do you think that negates your invite if it gets back to the Pope?
No. I think. But, well, listen, this guy, who do you think he even knew out of all those guys? I mean, like Chris Rock. I mean, I'm not saying that some of them are more famous than others, but like, how much TV does the Pope watch? Whose hand could the Pope shake and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you? Anybody? Does he feel that way about anybody?
This guy was a bouncer at a bar. It's not like this guy.
The Pope was?
Yeah. This guy was a bouncer at a nightclub.
What?
Look it up. This guy was a doorman.
So, bro, this whole Pope thing is like nothing more than like a political, you won, you're the one we all voted on, so you get to be the, like, there's no calling or nothing. Like, there's no, like, he used to wash feet on the river Thames on Sundays for old people. No? Just holy. Well, then what does it matter? Then it's just it's not like you're meeting God's secretary or something.
Well, that's what I think it's, he's like holier than thou. I thought popes growing up were like groomed. It was almost like you were born into a religious family and he's 4 or 5 years old and the family starts talking, make a good pope. Like I thought,
wow.
it was similar to like an athlete. You start looking at a kid, at 7 years old going, hey, he's got an arm on him. I thought that was the way the Pope was kind of groomed going, this guy's got a charisma. He loves to get out in front of people and spread the word.
I kind of thought it was what you were saying, but I thought it was honestly a step further. I thought it was more like you had to be like a pope, you had to be a priest in some little village or some shit, and like a couple of miracles are coming out of your thing. Like fucking lady was paralyzed. He did the cross. She's working at the fucking supermarket now. Another lady was blind. She's hunting now. She can see. So they go visit you, and then they make a decision. We feel it. We feel it off you. You're the one. You're the one. It's not like grooming them like, keep doing your workouts and you could be Pope someday. It's a calling, bro. It's like they find them like a miracle worker. This guy is taking fucking IDs at the disco. Oh,
did we his early 20s? He was a nightclub bouncer in Buenos Aires.
This episode is sponsored by Prolon. These days, a lot of people are learning about all the benefits of fasting, like weight loss, mental and physical performance, and gut health, but worry about the whole not eating part. Well, that's exactly why Prolon was created. Introducing Prolon, a revolutionary plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe they're fasting. Researched and developed for decades at the University of Southern California Longevity Institute and backed by leading U.S. medical centers, Prolon helps promote healthy blood sugar, support cardiovascular health, and reduce abdominal fat. But Prolon isn't a diet. Prolon is a science based on Nobel Prize-winning discoveries in medicine. And this all starts with Prolon's 5-day program. Snacks, soups, and beverages all designed to keep your body in a fasting state. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced. Now listen, I've tried Prolon with my wife. Both of us did a 5-day cleanse, and I gotta tell you, after day 2, I was a little angry. I was hungry. I needed some food, but I stuck to the plan, and I got to tell you, day 4 and 5, I had an abundance of energy and felt like I lost at least 5 to 7 pounds. The inflammation was gone. My gut was gone. Really, really reset my body and put me on a path to health and nutrition that I've never really been on before. And if I was going to start a nutrition program, Prolon exactly what I would use. It's convenience backed by Nobel Prize-winning science, and the stuff works, let's be honest. Right now, Prolon is offering the Pete and Sebastian Show listeners 15%. That is 15% off their 5-day nutrition program. Go to prolonlife.com/Pete. That's Prolon, Prolon, life.com/Pete. For this special offer. That's prolonlife.com/Pete. You will not be sorry.
I don't think it's such a great place to like, let us roam around the Vatican. I mean, I don't think they've updated the Vatican where you would go, oh my God, look at the movie theater that they put in. I think you walk into a room and it's like, some more paintings on the wall. I don't think there's anything to see there.
Really? You don't think it's like as beautiful as like, Windsor Castle or something like that? Where there's Picasso's on the wall, there's gold bed frames,
I don't want to see that. You know what I want to see if I go to the Vatican?
What?
I want to see where they store like a safe that's built underneath the ground. You want to see where we keep the money? That's where I want to.
Wow, yeah.
I want to see the paintings, the money, the gold bars, all the stuff that the Vatican's collected over the years. I want to see that room. And do you think the Vatican's got a pool?
I was wondering that. I feel like they got a hidden garden with a pool. They got, right? The Pope don't swim?
Something. Maybe indoors. Do they got a pool? He's looking it up to see if they got something.
I want to meet the guy. I remember when this guy became Pope. A couple things, right? Number one, I remember when he did the handshake and the woman tried to kiss his hand and he pulled it away. It was very aggressive. It left a bad image, right? Number two, he took over for the retired guy, so nobody died, so that's weird. And number three, there was like 2 votes where they couldn't get the smoke to be whatever white means we picked somebody. So he won on like the 3rd vote. I'd love to talk to the guys that lost, hang out with them in a bar in Rome, knock a few wines back, and they're like, I was this close. Bobby said he'd vote for me, cocksucker didn't. And then they had, like, who was this close to being Pope? Oh, man. Damn.
If you don't get voted in to be Pope, do you still stay there? Like, if you lose, could you get a chance to be Pope when this guy dies?
That's a good question.
You lose.
I think it's like Speaker of the House, man. They all vote, they stay in there. And then when it doesn't happen, they all mull around and be like, I talked to Bill. Me and Bill said, we'll vote for you. When you become Pope, we get to hang out. No, bro, you vote for me. And then he goes to someone else. I got 2 more. I got Bill and Mike. So it gives me 5. I just need you, Jerry, and Steve. And I think I got it. And meanwhile, as a guy, you know what I mean? So it's like that kind of bullshit going on. So like, I never knew that. I thought it was sort of like, we found him. I thought like the Pope comes floating in. He don't even walk. He's fucking floating. You know what I mean? Like he can, like there's nothing behind it anymore.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was like Star Search. Like, holy shit, this talent's amazing, and that's just the Pope again. I mean,
when you meet Tom Cruise, we have him, but when people do, everyone has a story about, it's unbelievable. It's like something emanates from the guy. You feel like you're the only one in the room. Everything around you shrinks. It's like all this crazy shit, right? Like an alien abduction. Conan's like, yeah, we met him for half a second, flew us off. Like, nothing. Fucking nothing. No magic. Right? So, imagine Tom Cruise was the Pope. Fucking Catholicism would have exploded, bro. It would have exploded. He's not aging, so you believe it. You believe, right? They showed him. Did you see that photo? They showed him. Remember Jerry Maguire with the little boy with the big head with the glasses?
Yeah.
Cute. So they showed them face to face as adults now, and Tom Cruise looks younger. And the thing underneath said, "Tell me this guy ain't like an alien or something like that." He looks younger than that dude.
Oh,
unbelievable.
God.
So, but yeah, that's yeah. I don't know.
If the Vatican was smart and they wanted to keep membership up, they would do a casting call for the Pope. Similar like you do for a movie. So you get a guy like Tom Cruise as the Pope. To your point, the Vatican's sales go through the roof. I don't even know why the Vatican's not doing merch. Like why aren't they doing merchandising? Like come on. Wow. I think the system's antiquated. They're hoping on donations at the church pews. The donations have been dwindling for the last 25, 30 years. And just open it up with the priests. To have them have a family. Enough with this. What is the guy going to go back to the rectory and sit there and watch Netflix? Give them a family.
I like that. I like that. I like that commitment. It makes it. It's like that's you know.
No. What commitment? You're shrinking the pool of people that even want to do that.
First of all,
open it up.
we could do this, by the way. We do image consulting for the church. Number one thing you got to do is take a huge collective knee, bow your head as a religion, and admit what happened with all these priests and little boys, and let us know you clean that shit. There's no more asbestos. We got all of it out, right? So that's all gone. Right? And we're so sorry. That was fucking nuts. Okay. Then what you're saying, and this could be a movie. You got to go find a young, charismatic dude, like you said, right? Just someone that, like, every woman wants to sleep with and every man wants to have a beer with. Fake a couple miracles, pop them in, right? Just, it's a movie, man. You know what I mean? Just have it all be fake, but at the highest level, and just get a guy that makes people want to come back and be a part of this thing, and grow it out from the top.
Bro, I love where you're headed. The only thing you're missing here is give this guy a hot wife and 2 beautiful kids, right? And have this guy tour. Bring it in. I'm sorry to say this, and I know there's going to be traditionalists out there. Lose the white robe and shit like that. Let's exchange it for Tom Ford's.
You're changing it to Scientology. Have a wife, have kids, come out in jeans. What the fuck, bro? The whole thing has got to be, I'm a virgin. I don't, my whole love is with God.
It ain't working, man. It ain't working. Give him the pontiff. Keep the pontiff on. He does it. He's got the beautiful black suit, and then you bring the hat in on Sunday. Then you take the hat off, and then you go out and have a beautiful fucking spaghetti dinner with your family. And people are going, "Holy shit, the Pope's here." Why isn't the Pope out at Carbone?
If you're gonna do it that way, I'll be a priest. I mean, that sounds like fun.
That's what I'm saying. We need guys like us in the church to bring people back. Can you imagine? Did you see Correale's sermon at noon? I mean, people would be fucking fighting to get into church.
Can I drop F-bombs on top of that, man?
Like, whatever. The membership is down. We need it up.
Holy shit. Oh, God, I'm fucking dying. Oh, my God. Yeah, and I to your point, the Pope did not help the cause at all. That did not look pleasant. It looked militant. Now I'm finding you had to pay your own way. I mean, Jesus, you're pulling up in an Uber to shake this guy's hand that want to vote. Nothing to it anymore.
I'm telling you, bro. There's a whole new thing here that the Vatican is missing with the Pope, and get rid of the Pope mobile. I don't know if you remember that thing, right? You sit on top, and it's like enclosed in glass. Put the Pope in a Ferrari and let him go right down Main Street in Rome. I mean, come on, Pope's here. Why isn't the Pope going to places as a president does? Oh, the president's coming to eat at our deli.
Yeah, no, you got a point, and I find that it seems the royal family in England is more popular, and like if they went out and about, than the Pope. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like more people would be into seeing Kate Middleton, Princess Kate, in the lobby of a hotel than the Pope. That's
why the Pope should be at the Super Bowl in a skybox. How nice would that be? To pan, look at who's here. Pope John Paul II having a beer with the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, bro, you're cheapening it now. You're cheapening it. If you told me he's going to descend down onto the field from up above in the white gown, bless us all, go back up into the catwalk, and a helicopter takes him back to the Vatican, I'm in for that. But, he's fucking leading the wave from the skybox. Is that what you're telling me? Holy jeez, he's doing this. What a disaster!
Look this up.
Now you're begging for votes. Now you're begging for votes. Yeah.
Does the Pope have an Instagram page? Does he got his own? How many followers do you think the Pope's got on Instagram?
How many Catholics are in the world, man? Oh, on Instagram?
Yeah.
I don't follow him. Do you follow him? Does he do it?
No.
Does he even have a thing?
I follow Kim Kardashian, though.
I follow Tom Cruise. Not really, but I should. Now that I say that, I got to see what Tommy's doing.
All right, we got the number. We got the number. What do you think?
How many followers he has?
Yeah.
I'm putting it at 17 mil.
9
million. How many does Taylor Swift have?
283 million. Pope's got 9.
Oh my
Can you believe it?
God. He is supposed to have what she has. Like there should be Catholics in the Himalaya mountains once a week just doing a scroll on Instagram. What's the Pope's got to say about it? It's nobody even cares about that guy anymore.
Because he's not out at a restaurant or at the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I disagree. I just think he doesn't have. He was not born to be the Pope. I'm sorry I'm saying that. I'm Catholic, but I just feel like I don't feel the calling with this guy. I don't feel like there was a calling with this guy.
Yeah, well, that's your thing. I just think we put this guy in a different outfit.
I felt more in the presence of holiness interviewing Andy Garcia than I would be. Like, he carried himself like a pope. The pinky with the thing. Like, that's the level of class I expect from my pope, with the pleasant smile. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. There were times in the middle of hanging with Garcia, maybe because you reminded me of my dad a little. I'm like, I wouldn't mind popping up and just giving him a big hug and sitting back down just for myself, you know? Like, he's just like a likable guy. The Pope looks like, keep the Uber running. This ain't going to take long.
Well, a guy like Garcia, that's what I'm saying about casting the Pope. You get to that age, maybe some of the roles aren't coming in like they used to. And his agent calls him up and goes, listen, they're casting for the Pope. You in? 4 years. You play the Pope. What do you think?
Every Sunday after you do Mass, you can go play in the band somewhere locally, and everyone comes out and watch the Pope play. They love the music. Now, he would make, that's what I'm saying. We need a Pope of Andy Garcia ilk. You know what I mean? the kind of Pope where you go, you see a photo of the Pope lately? He grew his hair out. Looks fantastic. I think he's going with that. I'm using it right now. Actually, I got it right here, bro. Moroccan oil, bro. I go heavy Moroccan oil. Heavy. I don't even do the little bottle.
Right.
4 pumps when I get out of the shower. Hair is thinning, bro.
Bro, that Moroccan oil is beautiful. Not only for the hair, I use it on the body out of the shower.
It's funny you say that, because after I put it in my hair, it's on my hands. I've been rinsing my hands, but I have a yearning to want to rub it on my face.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? You think it'll break out?
No, I've done it. It's almost an instant tan.
Holy shit, dude.
I don't know what's in there, bro.
Show free. It's fucking ridiculous. Bro, we got to throw this whole thing on Patreon, the whole show. It's no more freebies. Just fucking pump the whole thing on Patreon.
No, listen. Speaking of I went over to do Bad Friends, Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, right? This is a top 10 podcast.
Yeah.
You should see their fucking setup. It looks like, I don't know, the 3rd grade classroom. Have you seen it?
I haven't visited. No.
Really?
But it works for them. I mean, the way they got it set up. All the artwork they got all over the studio is fan art. Like,
awesome.
This so-and-so made this, so-and-so made that. They're really fan appreciative over there.
Yeah.
And all the knickknacks they have and all this shit they got. But the setup itself, I felt like I was in Pee Wee Herman's house. They got me sitting on a blow-up, it's a blow-up plastic pink seat, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys picture the set you could throw up there? I don't know if we can even. Bro, I came dressed up. I showered. Fucking Santini walks in with Crocs, and it looked like he was going to the beach.
Now, how often do they do it? Every day or once, twice a week?
I don't even know, but they remind me of us. They got like a good yin and yang together.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an organic relationship that they turned into this podcast. But
Yeah, we should have Andrew on if we can get him to come on, man.
Yeah, no, he'll do it. Yeah, he'll do it. You know, we've had Bobby Lee on, but yeah, Andrew will definitely come on. Good guy. Had a good time over there. Then I did this podcast called The School of Greatness. Bro, this guy's been doing it for 12 years. He's got a big following. It's more inspirational type of podcast, not comedy. Ex-football player. Sits me down. First thing he tells me is, Sebastian, my intention today is for this to be the most interesting conversation you ever had in your life. Whoa. Wow. This guy maps out the whole damn interview before we even get started, right? And I'm thinking about what we do. You know, fucking Garcia comes in. Hey, what's going on? Sit down. What kind of cologne you got? There's no setup at all. This guy sets it up. He tees it up. You know, anything you don't want to talk about, anything off limits, because I have some questions here, you know. Like, he was like, oh, wow, he's got questions off limits. This could be interesting.
Oh, man, yeah.
Then I go, how do you do this? Like, you know, like, he's got people out front. He's got people on a Zoom chiming in from New York. As the podcast is happening, they're writing notes. Good clip. Marry this clip with that clip. This is a trailer bit. Bro, I'm telling you what, this guy made me feel so comfortable. I cried during the interview.
What? Do you have a clip of this? What the bro, ageism. This whole episode, it's reeking of ageism.
I start talking about my mom. He start talking about
who's alive and well, right?
Alive and well.
Huh.
And he's like, you know, why do you love your mother so much? And it's just a question. I don't know. He kind of hit me from left field with it. I started talking about my mom, right? And went into like my parents' divorce and this and that and the other thing. Bro, I was weeping. But as I'm weeping, I'm thinking in the back of my head, what a good clip. You know, like,
this is gonna get so many views. If I could get a tear to run down my cheek, I'm going viral.
the beauty about this cry, though.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the last time you cried, like in an area where you weren't really expected to cry. Like, have you had one of these moments recently?
They've been happy cries. My last few have all been about just being so happy and everything is so perfect. And, you know, I'm going to be dead within 25 years, and that's upsetting because this moment is so perfect. But not sad stuff.
Okay, but like, are you crying in a public setting where you're like, oh God, I can't do this here.
No. Oh, I cried Father's Day morning. I thought about my dad, and it made me cry. And Jackie came in and gave me a hug. But it was in my bathroom. Never in public. No way.
Okay. This is on a podcast where, you know, this is like,
it's crazy, bro. It's like being hypnotized.
So I feel a cry coming on, and I gotta stop. Like, it's one of those things where if I continue to talk, I was gonna start flowing, but I'm trying to contain it, trying to hold myself together. I find that these moments, the struggle not to show emotion, but the emotion overtakes you, it's riveting. If you go right into a cry, I feel like you don't let the people know, oh God, look at this guy, he's struggling with it. What's your take on a quick cry?
I know what you're talking about, and I love that move where it's like, I'm sorry, but my dad. Well, okay, I love that move, but I only buy that move if you do eventually cry. If you don't end up crying at all, then I'm like, he was never close. He was playing us. You know, because like, you know, that's not a common thing. I mean, I've done it with my wife where I'm like, all right, I got to stop. Sadie's downstairs. We got to go, like something like that, But like to be on air and go, I only buy it if you cry. Now, did you ended up crying? Like, so the idea is you tried to hold it in and you couldn't and it came out. Oh my Dr. Phil moment here. Holy shit.
Dr. Phil, and I tell you want to talk about ageism. I went to go see the movie If, the animated movie that I'm in.
Okay.
With my
I
family.
didn't see it, but congratulations, by the way. No.
Okay.
I heard about it, though. I heard about it recently. It's right.
I'm in the theater with my wife, my son, and my daughter, and another mom and her daughter. Cried 4 times. Now, my daughter's looking at me cry. She's kind of like staring at me as I'm crying. I could see it out of the corner of my eye. And this, bro, type of cry where your clothing gets wet. You ever have that? Where the tears were coming off my cheek, raining onto my chest plate. Right?
Wow. That's funeral level. Holy shit.
I'm watching this movie. It's about imaginary friends, right? And it's about imaginary friends that once you're no longer a kid, you don't need your imaginary friend. But this movie incorporates imaginary friends into adulthood. And sometimes you need an imaginary friend, right? And I'm looking at this movie, right? And there's a component of death in this movie, or pending death, that I was like relating to with my daughter and this, that, and the other. And it hit me 4 times, bro. I gotta tell you though, if you're not crying enough, you should start. It almost wipes the soul clean.
Yeah. No.
And in public, it's a different cry. I think you should start crying outside the house.
No, I feel like I can't, because I feel like the minute I start crying outside the house or showing some vulnerability, it's the first layer of you're dying now, you're decaying, And I'm staying strong. I step out of my home and I still am the same fucking asshole that I've always been, coming out half crying over a fucking cartoon. You know what I mean? And they're like looking over you. What's he crying for? He got hundreds of thousands of dollars to fucking be in it.
4,300.
What? Oh my God, bro. What the hell? So
scale.
Now, if they make a doll out of your voice, is there like stuff like that?
Bro, no one ever makes anything out of me. Fucking Super Mario Brothers. I played Spike. I went to go see my doll at the Universal Studios. Wasn't even there. Nothing.
Oh shit! Oh my God! You don't get this on other casts. Now, what character you played on? If, by the way, I want to know because not because of the money. I just want to know because I want to know when I watch it.
It's a mouse. I play a small mouse.
Your kids must have got such a kick out of that, though, man. Like, holy shit, there's Dad.
It's great. It's great. It's great to see it. And then afterwards, go take a picture by the poster with the kids. It was a nice experience. I like doing those movies that I could share with my kids. But I didn't see the movie until I saw it in the movie theater. And bro, I haven't been to a movie theater lately. What should take? I don't know if this is common in Fredonia, but the candy now is outside. It's not in the glass anymore. It's like you could pick it, like you're shopping at Rite Aid or Walgreens. It's just right there, so the kids could touch it and go, this is. There's something about it being behind the glass that I would appreciate, because I felt like it was almost sacred ground. Like, there's the dots. Give me the dots, right? Not now.
Right.
I feel
You
like
had to
the
do the
kids got so
point.
many options. Yeah.
No, ours still has
the
candy in the glass. Go ahead. Are you looking at what?
Oh, okay. They got it outside, and I'm looking at the popcorn. They got popcorn, cheddar, caramel, and like rosemary, and it's in.
Oh my God.
It's in like these bins, and I go, "This is the popcorn." She goes, yeah. I go, bagged? Like, you didn't pop this here, did you? She's like, no, we didn't. These are the flavors. But we do have the normal movie popcorn over there. I'm sorry. When you're at a movie theater, I need to see the popcorn falling out of that silver bin onto a bed of popcorn. That needs to be constantly popping. When it's off and it's just laying there and they're scooping it, I feel like that's been there since maybe the afternoon, and now you're scooping up afternoon popcorn into my bag. I need to smell that shit when I walk in, right?
I agree, man. You know, I don't like that. You know, you just got a heat lamp on it and give it a little hand mix down there and make me think it's fresh. I like the overflow. Even if you take it after it overflows, put that shit back up there and let it fucking flow out again like a fountain, you know? But options, man. Cheddar and you know, I was at a movie theater once with Jackie in Bar Harbor, Maine. I'll never forget it. She laughed so hard about this. It was a small movie theater. And they sit, and we got our popcorn, and then we're going up to get straws for our drink, and they had Parmesan cheese, right? Like that you put on pizza or whatever. I'm like, the fuck's that? And I see a kid come up with his popcorn, right? And he like puts a bunch of his popcorn on a paper plate to make room for it, and he's putting a Parmesan cheese on his popcorn. And I go to Jackie, what the fuck? Parmesan cheese on your popcorn? It's disgusting. Went back to my seat, came back up to get something to drink a little while later with my popcorn, put a little on. It was unbelievable, bro. I fucking loaded up with Parmesan cheese. Hey, Patrick, can you Google that? Is that a thing, Parmesan cheese on popcorn? I go back to Jack. He's like, you just did 5 minutes making fun of the guy for being such a loser putting it on. I'm like, I had no idea. This shit is delicious. Give that a try next time you're home.
All right, there you have it, everybody. Pete and Sebastian show. Go get some tickets to the It Ain't Right tour. SebastianLive.com. San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Peoria, St. Louis, many others. Chicago, New York. We're coming everywhere, and going to be a blast. Can't wait to get back on the road. And that's that. Any final comments on your end, Pete?
No, it's great hang, man. That's it.
Great hang, and we will see you guys next week.